YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy, the Hooded Hero. Another video for you. This one's way overdue. I know last Thursday I gave you guys a video and said I was gonna put up an X-Men review. I tried to do that the other day. My head just wasn't in it. For movie reviews, I guess you really have to have notes out, and I really like to do these videos as candidly as possible, and you know just really be about my excitement or what have you for whatever I'm saying. That said, what I will say about X-Men Apocalypse is that, in my personal opinion, it was not as good as the first two. If I had to put them in order, it would go Days of Future Past the best, followed by First Class, then Apocalypse. But the very end of Apocalypse, the ending scene, I don't know. I don't really want to put spoilers, but there's a certain point where in that act, it was definitely the best of all three movies. I mean, from one point to the very end. I'll just say it has to do with Xavier and Apocalypse, and that's it. From that point to the very end, it was so cool, like such a good movie. So it wasn't as good as the first two, but go ahead and go see it. I mean, especially if you're just a fan, any fan of comic book superheroes, of course you should go see. I mean, I do. I'm not much of a DC fan, but I went and saw BVS twice. Won't even talk about that right now. But yeah, it's definitely still worth a watch. So get to it. Let's talk about some other reviews. Some comics that debuted last week or 2 weeks ago. All right. On the subject of Marvel, we'll start with Captain America, Steve Rogers' Captain America, #1. The comic itself was kind of boring. Just my opinion. Reading through it, it was kind of boring. Um, as far as at this point, I'll just go ahead and talk about what happened. But for those of you who haven't read it or planning on reading it and don't want to listen to spoilers, pause it, fast forward it. As a matter of fact, as long as I'm holding up this book, do not play the video. But so you have 3 seconds. Okay. Steve Rogers has been a Hydra agent since childhood. Okay. It is revealed. There, you know what? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but the speculation is that I don't think it's how it seems exactly. The speculation is that he's been a Hydra agent his whole life. Okay. Hail Hydra, he says. Forget about Munchkin. Forget about Munchkin. Hail Hydra. And again, Mr. White Gloves, I'm sorry. Got to get me a pair. But there he is. Hail Hydra. And for those of you who don't know, this is supposed to be what's his name? The scientist in the Thor movies, the guy. I'm forgetting his name. Shoot. Eric Selvig. It's supposed to be Eric Selvig, so they incorporated him into the comics now. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oops. um, okay. It's obviously some kind of ruse. Well, I don't want to say obviously, but to me, it's not going to last very long. People are so butthurt about Captain America saying "Hail Hydra," and I'm seeing all these comments about him being a Nazi and all this stuff and blah blah blah. Get over it, man. It's a comic. Like people are going as nuts as like disowning every single Captain America anything that they have. Like, come on, get over it. The story is not done. You all you know is that he said "Hail Hydra." That's all you know, and the fact that Hydra has been influencing him or at least his family for since his childhood. That's basically what's in this book. Um, I don't know what else to say about it. I'll probably give number two a chance just for the read and see. Um, but if I don't really like it, I don't know. I don't know if number. Actually, I'll do the first three issues for anything like this. I'll do the first three issues and see where it goes from there. But the story's not done, people. So relax about Captain America, okay? uh, let's go to another number one that debuted, DC Universe Rebirth. Now, again, if you haven't read it and you don't want to know any spoilers, whatever, as long as I'm holding up this book, do do not watch the video, pause, whatever you got to do. Um, this was a little cooler to me, and I'm like, I mean, I said earlier I'm not really a DC fan, but this was a pretty cool book. Um, I see a lot of videos and articles and explanations talking about how a lot of, I don't want to say our generation because I don't know who's watching the video, but a lot of people, a lot of fans my age grew up with Wally West as the Flash. They saw him in Justice League, the cartoon show, animated series, Justice League Unlimited. You know, in the comics, Wally West was the Flash for a long time. But at one point before the New 52, at the point of the New 52, Barry Allen was once again the Flash. Um, this is revealed. This reveals that Wally West has been stuck in the Speed Force since he disappeared. I guess since he disappeared. Now you'll see that there are two Wally Wests, and that the red-haired Wally West that we know, or the original Wally West, the first Wally West, um, is actually somehow related to the Wally West that was in the New 52, the African American Wally West with the silver and with the silver suit and all that. They're related somehow. I'm forgetting exactly how, but anyway, Wally West is trying to find his way back from the Speed Force because he figures out that there is something bigger than anyone has ever known. It's stronger than Darkseid, more powerful than Darkseid. So he tries to go back and reach out to all these people. His former fiance or wife, Linda. He goes to the other Wally West. He goes to, I think, like two other people, and then he ends up with Barry Allen. And at this point, he can't hold on anymore, and he's gonna be sucked back into the Speed Force completely. But in one of in great fashion, and I'm sorry again, Mr. White Gloves, I have to say it every time. In great fashion, in one of the most heartfelt panels that I've seen in a long time, DC just does it. He goes to Barry Allen and just is thanking him for life and everything, that all the advice he's given. And there goes DC with one of the best panels ever, I think. That's even right now I'm getting chills like that. That's a really cool scene where this universe Barry Allen does not know Wally West, but all of a sudden Wally West being there and Barry, not done talking to him, grabs his arm, and then all of a sudden all these memories come back because that Wally West is still part of whatever universe that came before. And so all those memories, as soon as this Barry Allen touches him, regains all that, all those memories. And, he just says, Wally, how can I forget you? And Wally continues to explain what he's figured out and whatever. Oh, he went to Batman as well. And so um, in some of the very last panels, you see Batman go to his wall, and the words of Wally are echoing. I think they kind of took this from BBS if you haven't seen that, but the words of Wally are echoing in his ear, and Batman goes to his wall and pulls out a little pin. Now, what does a pin have to do with anything? When's the last time you saw when was a pin very significant to either a character or a story or a title or a group? And if you're guessing it, it's a blood stained smiley face. The Watchman and Mr. Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan is revealed to be responsible, or at least the Watchmen as a whole are revealed to be responsible for every single refresh, restart, rebirth of any almost any universe that DC um, has had. That to me was super awesome, and I'm thinking about getting this main title for sure. And if the Watchmen title comes out, I'm thinking about getting that too because I don't know about you guys, but I really, really, really like that movie. As much as people say, oh, it was too much like the comic, or I don't know, there were some things missing that I think Zack Snyder did that actually. Yeah, um, just Zack Snyder just kind of missed some things. I'll say I loved that movie. I could watch Watchmen a couple times. Dr. Manhattan is the epitome of an overpowered hero or character, but the Watchmen as a graphic novel was so grounded in reality. I don't know. If you haven't read, I mean, I haven't read it. I've only seen the movie. I do have to read that. I'll admit that, but it was, yeah. So I can't wait to see how that all fleshes out. Um, Bravo DC, bravo. All right. Um, quick shout out to Contender again. We're in contact. We're gonna meet up this Sunday at the Los Angeles Science Fiction and Comic Convention. So expect us to do a video together. Um, actually, I don't know. I don't know if he's done a face reveal, but we'll see if he agrees to do one. Yep. All right, guys. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Um, rock on. Thanks for watching.